right, Laura. So we're going to go through a certain few categories here, but the first thing I want to talk about is definitely the offer because I think most course creators or most business people in general kind of forget about the offer. They think about all the marketing first, but in this case, with your specific course, what is the actual offer that you're putting out there?
Yeah, for sure. So it's an irresistible offer. We have a double your money back guarantee. So, like, for wasting your time, I will not only give you your money back, but I'll double it if we can't get you the result that we're promising. Which the result that we're promising is that they profit from their investment with us. So this is a $22,500 price, and that is our incentive based pricing. So this is for people that make a decision within the 72 hours of being pitched. Also, like a key thing, because it's a $45,000 program. So that's like a key thing too. Like, it's not a course that we're selling, even
Mhm.
though it is, it's a course,
Yeah.
but a program because we do it in a group coaching setting. Because what been able to see is that, people want a real transformation, and a real transformation doesn't happen without accountability and discipline. And that's what the group coaching thing does, is it holds them accountable one day out of the week to show up and let us know that they actually did what they said they were going to do.
Got it. So the actual course portion of it, what kind of course is it? Is it like a here's how to grow your business? Is it like a social media course? What is the actual material that's being taught along with the group coaching?
Yeah, so it's all about finding product market fit, building an actual sales team, and then building out the operations for your organization. So this is literally a program that can take you from zero to $1 million a year
Mm.
in 12 months.
So essentially from idea all the way through execution, optimization, all that kind of good stuff. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Could you go into like how it's structured? Are there like separate modules, certain lessons within each module? How's that structured?
For sure. So it's a 10 module program, and I think there's like two bonus modules.
Mhm.
But essentially we start off with money mindset, because what we realized when we first rolled out the program is that there were a lot of limiting beliefs and just stories that people would tell themselves that would cause them to self-sabotage. So we first started with avatar and offer like the traditional route, but like we it was such a problem that people were self-sabotaging that I had to roll out. And I'm not a life coach, bro. I'm not that type of person, you know what I'm saying? But I just had to dig deep within myself and be like, okay, when I was in this situation, what were the resources I used? So it's heavy on, differentiating what's a revenue generating activity versus, busy work. It's heavy into healing from whatever happened in your childhood, because that holds a lot of people back. Like, it's mind blowing how many people self-sabotage because their parents didn't love them enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think you mentioned last time we spoke that you actually used an app in order to overcome some of those beliefs for yourself, right? To make the big jump.
Yeah, so I use a lot of hypnotherapy, and specifically it's called Brain Sync on Apple Music. This lady, Kelly Howell, has really good meditations that I love to listen to on a daily basis. It's actually part of my daily routine, and I recommend it to everybody that I speak to. And then we also have a resource called Rest. This is an organization created by neuroscientists, and they specialize in just hypnotherapy and getting rid of the root cause that's causing all your problems. Because essentially what happens is, like, we experience this one thing, whether it's in this life or a past life, but it just keeps repeating over and over and over again. So they go into the root of it, they fucking cut it out at the root, and then it stops happening.
Wow. Okay. So essentially, you're pretty much doing that, and kind of obviously you don't have these apps available, but in module one of your course, it's let's get your mind right before we go ahead and start tackling all these different obstacles.
Yeah, it's all about breaking the limiting beliefs around money, having self love, because that's like everybody thinks that, I'm going to be a millionaire because of something external that's going to come in.
Hmm.
But that's not true. You have to start within and become the person that deserves that type of income.
Mm. I like that. That's powerful. Now, did this come about like after you created the course and you just realized that people coming in would get it? Or how did that come to be?
Dude, it's crazy. So like, obviously I believe in mentors and coaches. So I went to like the top guru for course creation and they're like, "Hey, just document your process." Biggest mistake I could have ever made, dude. It wasted so much time. I spent so much time developing the curriculum to then
Mhm.
find out people weren't able to digest it. There was more questions than answers. And that's why the group coaching aspect of it is such a key component, because I was able to get that feedback in real time. So I was able to make those adjustments in real time. But yeah, I think we're on our like third round of beta and we're still developing this program. Like
Mm.
there's been a lot of gaps we've seen, like not holding people accountable enough, not helping them develop the discipline muscle enough. So now I actually brought in a chief success officer and he's focused on just that for this specific program.
Wow, incredible. Can you give me a real quick recap or overview of all the other modules that are included? Because I know the first one is kind of like the mindset, but what's the kind of path that you're leading people through throughout this course?
For sure. So the whole objective of this program is to find product market fit organically so that we
Hmm.
can partner on a rev share basis on paid ads.
Smart.
Yeah, I got it. You know what I thought? It was like, I got to create my ideal clients. And I kept
Yeah.
dealing with people hiring me, but guess what? They didn't have a sales team.
Mm.
They didn't know how to close deals. Like it was, the sales department wasn't actually built. So now we're reverse engineering the whole thing. We're giving everything to them. So the way the modules work is module 1 is money mindset.
Mhm.
Module 2 is offer.
Mm.
Module 3 is avatar. And I know some people might see this from a marketing background and they're like, oh, that's a
What's
little
going on?
backwards. But it's because our ideal customer that goes through this program already has a high ticket offer. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we want to get them results as fast as possible. And the fastest way that you can, double the profitability of your company is by fixing your offer first. So we go offer first, then avatar, then we go into storytelling. So we help them create not only like for their VSL, but like we help them create social media content based on the limiting beliefs of their avatar. So that's all module 4 is. And it breaks down like the big domino, all the expert secret stuff from Russell
Yeah.
Brunson. That's what
Okay.
module 4 is focused on. Module 5 is all about the organic outreach. So booking appointments through the platform we leverage the most is LinkedIn, because we're
Mhm.
focused on B2B coaches. And so we help them set up their LinkedIn profiles, set up the automation software that's going to do that. And then we go into the full scope of what the program entails for outreach, which is LinkedIn first, then email, then text, then call. So we
Mm.
help them implement that outreach system into their business. And then we go into sales training. That's module 6. It's all about sales training. So I have my VP of sales, Dylan Starr, dude, honestly, the best sales trainer out there, like, and a true practitioner. This man was closing 100,000, 150,000, $250,000
Wow.
deals with me before we actually even developed this program. The reason we developed this program is because he was like, Laura, we're turning away 99.9% of the people we talk to.
Mhm.
Because we're selling those like 100K plus deals, let's create something a little bit more low ticket. And like this program started off at 5K beta
Okay.
pricing. Now it's at 22.5 because of the
Mm.
type of results people are getting by going through it. And that's all we do is just showcase results. One of our clients just closed a $500,000 deal.
Wow.
Like it
Yeah.
pays for itself, bro. By learning at that point, she'd only gone through like the offer part.
All right, but module 6 is where the big bang for your buck is, right? The big sales
Module
training.
6 is all the sales training stuff, breakdown of like a sales organization, your sales manifesto that you need to have for people to get onboarded in. And then module 7 covers, what the fuck does module 7 cover? Oh, yeah, video sales letter.
It's so module 6 is so good. The other two are,
No, so module 7 is all about video sales letter, automating that part of the sales process because it's a key component, right? To
Yeah,
having
yeah.
an online business, having something that proposes your value statement, your sales argument on autopilot, right? That's what everybody gets told. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. that's-
Awesome, awesome. I love it. And so what made you want to I know you kind of hinted at this before, but you mentioned that some people they couldn't just do the course by themselves. They had to have that group coaching element kind of tied into it. So When you first launched the beta at 5K, did that already come with the group coaching, or did the group coaching kind of come later?
Yeah, so it was always a group coaching program. What
Mhm.
we add on as a bonus, not a part of the deliverables. It's strictly just a
Mm,
bonus, is one-on-one access to me with 30-minute increments and one-on-one access to our leadership team.
gotcha, gotcha. Okay. And do you feel like that has, accelerated the results or amplified the results of those that are actually going through the course?
Yeah, so of course, the
Yeah.
one-on-one is next level stuff, but it's essential. So like our goal is to create a program where you don't need anyone one-on-one access at all.
Hmm.
Right? That's the ideal scenario. We created the perfect product. We can sell this to fucking everyone. We're just not there yet, right? Like we're 3 years or no, yeah, we're going on 3 years into this where we're working on just making sure we understand all the questions that come up, and not just the questions, but the emotions. I
Mm,
think that's a perspective that a lot of course creators don't take into account is like, what are the emotions that are coming up for your participants that's stopping them from getting that outcome or doing that worksheet or whatever, like, and then how do we clear that emotion?
I think that's powerful because I was reading that like around 3% of people actually ever go through a course that they purchase, right? And
Bro,
so
let's
that's
go through.
that's go through, right? Go through, not even actually apply or implement, right? And it's like, I don't know, a typical course that you find on a webinar is like $2,000 or something like that, right? But it's like people are buying course after course after course, but yet they're not going through it. And it's there's some people out there that is just like, hey, it's up to them to go through it. But I like your approach where you're kind of like, let's look at the emotion that's stopping them from completing and actually doing something about it, right?
For sure. And I mean, so the reason why I approach things this way is because our
Mhm.
offer is fucking crazy, right? Our guarantee is not just you get your money back. I'm going to double it
Double.
up for wasting your time. So
Mm.
that's actually when I first rolled that out, that was super
It's
stressful for me.
scary.
But
So
like
it's like,
I was confident. I was
yeah.
confident in myself. I'm like, I know I can get these people results, even if I have to fucking hop on a call with them every day. I know I can get them to where they want to go.
Boom.
That was never a doubt. Then it became like, oh shit, you have internal things that's the
Mhm.
reason why you're self-sabotaging. Fuck, now
Yeah.
I have to provide support for that.
Mm.
Even though
So
that's
so
not what this program is for.
right, but it's such a big part of the result of making sure that they don't come back and say, "Hey, Laura, I invested 22. Now you owe me 44." Right? Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
100%.
powerful. That's powerful. Okay, so how long is this group coaching? Is it 1 year? Is it 3 month intervals? Is it 6 month
It's a full
intervals?
12 months. It
Okay.
started off as fuck. It started off as a 3-month program. And I was
Okay.
just like, wait, no way. They can't
Yeah.
do this shit in 3 months.
Pretty ambitious there.
Yeah. And then we extended out to 6 months and realized, like, damn, life happens to people. Let's make this a full 12-month program. Because if you
Mhm.
can't do it in 12 months, there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong
Mm,
with the teachings. A lot of people deal with chargebacks and disputes and stuff like that.
yeah.
So we've had, I think, like 120 people enroll into the program in this last year alone.
Mhm.
And we've only had 3 disputes or 3 chargebacks.
Wow.
One was the full amount. Actually, so 2 were the full amount. And then one was like this dude that we let in at a trial basis or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, Stupid. Don't fucking do trials. These people are weak, bro. But we were able to win back every single chargeback, dude. That's the
Wow.
crazy part because our terms of service agreement is very, very clear, and it specifically
Mhm.
states,
Mhm.
you cannot fucking charge back.
Well, I mean, I think that's important too because I know many course creators are always hesitant on their guarantees and what can happen. And then, like, I mean, what a typical if you're doing things right, I would say your guarantee rate is probably less than 3%, and I think that's kind of where you're at. You said you had 130 and only 3 people kind of went through that route, but it's crucial in understanding that. But I think the fact that you offer that as like an irresistible offer, like, hey, look, if we don't get you the results, we're not only going to give you your original investment, we're going to double it. That to me is like a no brainer. That's like,
Yeah,
let's
like
go
what do
for it.
you have to lose? All the
Like,
weight is on my shoulders
yeah,
for sure.
exactly. It's kind of like, all right, perfect. Well, bet,
The
let's make it
only
happen.
bad part is that it could attract the wrong people. It could
Hmm.
attract the type of person that only's in it to get that
Hmm.
profit, essentially. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
All right.
saying?
Well, I feel like we're going into the next direction, which is kind of like the funnel, right? Because now that we have the offer, which is like, okay, look, here's a $22,000 done with you course. You get the group coaching, you get these 8 modules. Module 6 is really great, right? It's awesome. But before we actually get to the sale, what is your funnel like? How do you attract and also kind of filter through the people that are coming into buying through this course?
Yeah, so bro, you know what's crazy? It's
Mhm.
literally what we teach them to do.
Imagine that. Imagine that. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, so literally, dude, I fucking go out and I have a team that goes out and looks for my ideal client on
Mhm.
LinkedIn. And then we have a team of web scrapers that finds their name, emails, phone numbers, and then we reach out through LinkedIn, and then we reach
Mhm.
out through email, and then we reach out through
Just through
text, and then
text.
through call. And then they go in through the sales process, right? So
Mhm.
so like one key thing that we have is like once a strategy call is booked, they
Mhm.
have a homework page where they gotta do the steps to be prepared for the strategy call. It's what we call a process audit page where you download our worksheet, and
Mhm.
on this worksheet it's our process audit, like what's your product matrix, what's your sales process, what does your team look like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just homework that they have to do, and it positions us as experts. And also on the homework page, there's complimentary trainings from me. So it's my
Mhm.
YouTube videos. They get to build a relationship with me through the
Mhm.
digital duplication of myself.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's say I'm someone that is, your avatar essentially on LinkedIn. I would get, I'm assuming, like a LinkedIn message first, and then is that LinkedIn message like automated? Is like a chat bot running it, or is it an
Yep.
actual agent? Okay,
No,
got it. And
so
then,
so it's both. So the outreach of it is a
mhm,
bot,
mhm.
but the response, when you respond and engage, it's a person.
Got it. Okay, and then where does that agent send me? They send me to a sign up page or the homework page after that.
So it depends the level of interest that they gauge from you. So like
Mm,
if they straight up book a call, then yeah, they send you to the calendar page, you book a
mhm.
call, and then you get sent straight to the homework page.
Oh, I love it. And if I'm not interested in booking a call right now, this is where you send me to your digital avatar.
Yeah, so this is
Yeah.
where so the way we do it, it's a little bit different than most people. Some people would just link you out straight to their YouTube channel. I upload my YouTube videos to LinkedIn, and I just send out a link to that YouTube or the video from YouTube, but on a LinkedIn post.
That's
Because
so
yeah, because LinkedIn will actually like ding you and be like, why the fuck are you taking people off my platform?
yeah, yeah. Not only that, but like every platform just wants to keep people on their platform, and you're always rewarded by keeping them on the platform. So a lot of people that always send people like, oh, Facebook to YouTube to whatever, it's always like, why are you doing that? Just keep them on the same platform. All right, cool. So then I book a call, I do the homework. Now, if I don't do the homework, what tends to happen?
We'll cancel the call.
Ooh.
If you don't turn your camera on, if you are in a loud, busy place and you don't do the homework, you don't have your worksheet ready to go, my brand curators, which is what I call my closers, they'll cancel. They won't cancel, they'll reschedule you.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they'll
Perfect.
set the frame of, hey, just make sure that for our next call, you come prepared with this and that.
Ready to go. Got it. Okay. Are there people? I mean, I guess the question would be, how many times does someone like have to reschedule a call before you're completely okay on to the next one?
Dude, we've had people reschedule like 6 times, and I'm just like, fuck that. Anything over 3 times, like, fuck
Yeah.
you, dude.
Okay. I like it.
Like,
And
it's just not the type of person you want to work with.
yeah, because and I think that's what most people need to understand, that there's a big distinction between, like, I guess what you would call low ticket and high ticket. In this case, like, it's people's time, it's your team's time, and it's you're gauging whether or not this person is actually adding value to your business or taking resources away. And that's when you got to make the distinction of like, okay, you know what? We've tried 3 times, on to the next one. We're not going to do this. If it hasn't happened now, it's not going to happen later. You know?
For sure. And like that's one thing you got to instill in your team. Like first you got to instill it in yourself of like protecting your time, but
Yeah.
then you have to instill it into your sales team because they don't think their time is valuable. Right. And
Mm,
like, especially with the people that we hire, we really train them from the bottom up. We take people that are not sales professionals at all. Like, this is their first time experiencing any type of sales role, and we train them up to be closers. So
mhm,
that's from like an appointment setting to a closer. And they lack the belief in themselves sometimes, right?
mhm.
They are not an entrepreneur. They don't know how valuable time is. So
Yeah.
you just got to like build them up.
Got it. I love it. I love how the fact that like, you're building up your customers, but you're also building up your team.
Dude, it's that, you know, it's crazy. My mind exploded when I realized, like, holy shit, everything I'm doing for my clients, I actually have to do it internally too.
Yeah. Who knew? You know, that's crazy.
Bro, it's
I love it.
crazy.
I love it. That's awesome. All right. So now that they're on the call, by the way, is this call is free, correct? Or do they have to pay in order to get this call? This
Oh,
conference
the
call?
strategy call? No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's free. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a free call. Once they're on the call, how long is it? About an hour?
Yeah. It's like, no.
Okay. And then do your sales team, do they have a script that they go through, or is it a very organic conversation?
So, you know, it's crazy. We are not fans of scripts. We provide
Mm,
scripts for our clients, but
mhm.
we genuinely believe that a script is just documented conversations between someone that really gives a fuck about the prospect on the other side. So, the way we teach it, it's a little bit, and this is Dylan's proprietary method that
Mhm.
we've been able to adapt.
Awesome.
And it's essentially he just draws a line on a whiteboard. And it's like past, present, and future. And then you just walk him through that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. So you're kind of just like, what happened to you in the past? How did this work out for you? What are you currently doing now? Where do you want to go? And you're just bridging
Yeah.
the gap
And
between the
then you
two, right?
break down like what does your product matrix looks like?
Mm,
How are you gonna get there? And then
yeah.
it's deep into anchoring into why haven't they
Mm,
done it already? You know,
mm.
because you have to build the value up onto why they need you.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, what's the idea behind these calls? Is it like super high pressure in terms of like making sure they get the sale right then and there, or like how do they actually function? What's the
Dude,
idea
so
behind the
we
calls?
literally say, hey, look, put your credit card away. We're not going to ask you for your money because
Mm,
it's a company wide policy that we do not take anyone's money on a strategy call.
okay.
They have to go through our 72-hour due diligence process. We believe that within 72 hours, you can make a very well educated decision on whether or not you want to work with us.
Wow.
And we want to reward you for being an action taker because we love working with action takers. So if you make a decision within 72 hours, you get it for half off the price because you're an action taker.
Laura, take my card. Let's go. I think that's amazing. I love that because it's super valuable because you're starting to understand the structure now where it's like, okay, well, the first thing we work on is the mindset, right? And then it's like, then you get on a free call. But before the free call, do they know about the guarantee yet or no? Before they sign up
um,
the free call.
no.
Okay, so free
So
call.
nobody knows
Yeah,
about the offer
right.
until we've identified that this is a qualified person to pitch to you. We do not pitch
Boom.
to everyone either.
Yeah, yeah. So you're just constantly building trust and credibility because it's like, here's the free call. You're on this free call. Put the credit card away. I'm assuming towards the end of the call, that's when you transition into kind of more of like the pitch, or is that like,
Yeah,
yeah,
once
right?
once we've identified all the pain points and
Hmm.
everything, we
Hmm.
transition into the pitch for the best offer for them. So
Yeah.
because we have our product matrix is different too, you know, like
Hmm.
we have a course that we sell at fucking what I think it's like $1,000 for the course or like a
Yeah.
$200 a month payment plan for 5 months. Like it's super affordable. Then we have the done with you option at 22.5, and then we have our done for you stuff, whether it's like the upgrade from the done with you is like our done
Yeah.
for you LinkedIn stuff, which is like I think 75,000. And then we have our done for you Facebook ads, which is anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000 build out. So it just
It just goes
whatever's
from there.
best for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. So the call acts like a filter. But then let's say we're focusing specifically on the course. At that point, then you offer that incredible offer with the guarantee. And it's just, you're giving me 72 hours to make a decision. I don't feel high pressure. You're giving me this incredible guarantee. I know it's a big risk, but at the end of the day, I really have nothing to lose because if this doesn't work and I'm actually doing the work that's required, the guarantee comes in and all that kind of good stuff. And then you also are getting amazing results for the people that are in the program. And I get the
Exactly.
support and I get the one on one time as a bonus. Like, that's crazy. That's awesome.
So it's actually like so fucking stupid simple to walk them through it. We have a full
Yeah.
pitch deck that walks them
Yeah.
through it. And even like everything you just said of like, you know, you get this and that, the value stack, our value
Mhm.
stack is around $700,000. And then at the end we say, but you only have to pay a fraction of this and it comes with a guarantee.
There you go. Boom, boom. I love it. All right. So that kind of comes into the funnel. Now, after 12 months, like go through the group coaching, they go through the course and everything. what happens after 12 months? Do they get upsold into a different program? Is that like, okay, guys, thank you so
So
much?
ideal situation is
Yeah.
that they're making consistent 50K to 100K months and they're ready to
Mm,
go into a rev share partnership. One big problem we've seen is that since these are new entrepreneurs, they don't
yeah.
understand how to save money and how to budget correctly. So we had one of our best testimonials. Her name is Kareen.
Mhm,
She's like a fitness person. She has a fitness program, health coaching, and like actual virtual training.
mhm,
And she went from selling $5,000 fitness programs to soccer moms, stay at home moms.
mhm.
And then she came to us. We transformed her into just working with high level executives. Now she's flipping $45,000 programs, bro,
Dude.
like crazy. And she's got the ambassador of Jamaica, PayPal executives.
Wow.
Like this lady is so
Killing it.
fucking killer. But guess what? Making all this money, she didn't fucking save. So now I can't take her on as a Rexford client because what did she do? She fucking got married,
Mm.
had this crazy wedding, had this
Yeah.
crazy honeymoon at the
Mhm.
same time while she's having this astronomical business growth. She's
Yeah.
competing for her IFBB Pro card because I mean, it will bring
Yeah.
more credibility to her, but like she
Sure.
didn't need it. She's 50 and has like a banging hot bod with six packs,
Wow.
bro. Like it's
Dang.
insane. But it's not cheap to compete in these
Yeah,
bodybuilding
no.
competitions. Right now, she's getting ready to be part of the Olympia, which is like the
Oh,
next
wow.
level up.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap, dude. It's really expensive. And she didn't
Yeah.
budget for ads. So, I
Mm.
mean, it is what it is. It happens. That just means that we didn't prepare them correctly. So now it just means we're going to create a new part of the program.
Bonus module, manage your money kind of thing,
For
right?
real, bro.
All right, cool. So now that we've kind of gone through the funnel, right? Let's kind of go into more so like the traffic portion. I know you mentioned you have like you do cold outreach on LinkedIn, but you said you also use website scrapers in order to find kind of like the right ideal audience for yourself, right?
Yeah, for sure. So that's key to everything, dude.
Hmm.
So that's how we started testing out the offer is by, knowing exactly who our avatar is, then having the web scrapers go out and find them and then started pitching them through
Mm,
email and seeing what does it convert to a call through email. Okay, it was like around, let's say 20% of people
mhm.
were booking calls. What are we going to do with the other 80%? We got to fucking
Yeah.
call them. We got to follow up through text. And there's a gray area in the can spam laws in America,
Mhm,
especially when it's
mhm,
B2B. If the follow up is truly a follow up and it's very directed messaging that's appropriate for that person, it's not
mhm.
spam.
Mm.
That's the
So
fucking hook. You know what I'm saying? And we are
yeah.
very specific in our messaging.
Mhm,
And when they're reaching out, it's literally saying, "Hey, this is from Laura Egocheaga's team. I'm just
mhm.
following up on the email that she sent you about blah, 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 blah."
Right, right. There you go. So there it is. So now we followed up on the LinkedIn message. We're emailing, we're texting now, and then we're calling, right?
Yeah. And
Boom,
then
boom, boom.
next step to take to the next level is when we're running ads. So we're running ads specifically just for the people in our pipe. There's no cold
Mhm,
traffic ads, it's all
mhm.
warm and hot traffic.
So you're doing like a lot of like lookalike audiences instead of just, hey,
No
or
lookalike audience,
no
all
lookalike audiences.
custom audiences
Okay,
because we've
okay.
already curated the data.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. So lookalike audiences would be like, hey, here's 100 people. Go find like 2 million more that have the same characteristics.
Right.
In this case, you've already got that from the scrapers. You're uploading that list, and we're hitting those people directly with ads.
Yep,
Boom. So it's
exactly.
very targeted, very targeted. I love that. Okay. That's great. Have you ever thought about doing maybe like JV ventures where you're partnering with other individuals who might have access to the people that you want to have access to? Is that part of the game plan too? Or is it just strictly the web scrapers and the custom audience?
So right now, with something that's in the works,
Mhm,
that's actually why I don't know if you can see that over there, but it's like our little podcast setup. We really want to interview people that will bring value to our audience because like
mhm.
not only do I have 100 and something people in this program, but I have an email list of 140,000 coaches and consultants,
Wow.
right? Like highly
Yeah.
curated. So
Mhm.
like it's not just about building my list. It's like how can I get into a win-win situation with a JV so that we all win?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Now, as far as organic traffic, are you creating any kind of content specific for this or Anything like that?
Yeah, so we're going heavy on content creation for
Mhm.
YouTube and short form content. And first we started with just focusing on YouTube and making those clips and using that as short form content, but now we're realizing that like we really got to focus on creating content for short form and then
Mhm.
focus on YouTube as well. But it's crazy to see how, I don't know if you know Alex and Layla Hormozy, how
Mhm.
they blow up.
Absolutely.
They're spending about 100 grand a month on just their content team.
Oh yeah.
Our content team is probably costing us anywhere from like 7 to 8 a month,
Yeah.
and it's like nowhere near the level of content they're pushing out. But
It takes time.
we are focusing on creating just specific content to just help out our niche, like
Mhm.
which is crazy because like the videos that perform the best on like my Instagram and stuff like that is like the videos about me, like my daily routine. One video that was crazy is like we were on a live stream and someone asked if I was a guy or a girl, and that shit
Uh-huh.
blew up. But like I
Oh
think about
man.
it, I'm like, okay, let's
Yeah.
click this because this could be the elephant in the room for
Right.
someone that's doing their due diligence and just maybe
Doesn't
doesn't
know.
know or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And then I
Yeah.
talk about my stance, or not my stance, but like my thoughts on transgender and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
the right people will, fuck with
Resonate
me.
for sure. Okay, got it. So it seems like from the organic standpoint, it's like, so you mentioned that you had to treat kind of YouTube separately than your short form. So is that like, do you create a specific YouTube video and then you're just like, okay, that's only for YouTube, we're not going to cut anything out of that for, let's say, TikTok or Instagram Reels? Or are you creating like two separate content wheels as far as like, okay, this is all the content for Instagram Reels, TikTok, and then this is only the content for YouTube?
Yeah, the latter.
Okay. The latter. Got it. Okay. And so when, sorry to circle back, but to go back to your ads, when you're running the ads to custom audiences, are you advertising on like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Google, or just one of the platforms?
So it's Facebook and
Hmm.
YouTube. That's it.
Facebook and YouTube ads.
So
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, and then YouTube.
So you haven't been? Are you wary of like Facebook ads and where that's going and the whole direction of Facebook at the moment, or no?
Dude, I'm betting on Mark Zuckerberg, dude. I think he'll figure it out. He'll steal somebody's idea and make it his own.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I
We
keep hearing
have
all
been
these
testing on Twitter, and we've been finding it's just a bunch of bots.
bunch of bots. Okay, well, let's see if Elon can do something with that.
I hope so.
All right. So now that we got the paid traffic strategy from the ads, do they go to again booking a free call? Is that the idea, or are you kind of sending them to something more long form to kind of warm them up?
Yeah, nobody's allowed to buy without being placed on the right product by an actual person.
Got it. Okay, so we got to get them on the phone call from there. Or what are you okay disclosing how much you're spending roughly on ads per month?
Yeah, right now we're only spending like I think 12K a month. It's nothing
12K a
crazy.
month.
Yeah.
Okay, and out of that, how many phone calls are you guys booking?
That's a good question. I know that my cost per acquisition
Mhm.
is $871.
Wow, but that's to acquire a $22,000 customer, right?
Right, to acquire a $22,000 customer. Right now, we're actually rolling out a payment plan option that is 12 months. So for $1,875, you get to get
Mhm.
started in the program and you make 12 payments.
There you go. There you
So
go.
that
Awesome.
so like what so there's this fucking dude that's a fucking genius. His name is Shervon Shavista. I'm pretty sure he's like a billionaire. If he's not a billionaire, he's close. And one key thing he said is like, I don't care how much money you're bringing it in. What I care more about is what's your monthly recurring revenue. So what's your MRR? Like, I don't have fucking MRR. He's like,
Right.
that's how you can test if a product's actually good or not,
Mhm.
is by
Mhm.
having MRR and seeing how they go through it. So that's the only reason we're adding in a monthly payment component, is to really test the product, because the key here is product development. It's not customer acquisition, because you know how
Mhm.
Russell Brunson says, it's like if you outmarket any competitor, you win, but that's not the game I'm trying to play.
Yeah.
I'm trying to play the game of like, can I get the best results in the game?
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting takeaway because this is kind of where I kind of deviate from the ClickFunnels mentality, but it's kind of like I've seen it in my house myself firsthand where you can outmarket your competition and that's great, but you still make zero, right? By outmarketing your competition. So I like this idea where you're kind of more results driven, because I find, and I'm sure you might have find as well, that results tend to bring on more customers.
Oh,
So
100% referrals come in. Yup.
yeah. Yeah. And at that point, like, it's once you build out a referral engine kind of behind the scenes, it all kind of just takes care of itself. So talking about that, do you have some kind of referral program in the back end for your current clients or anything like that in the
Yeah,
works?
so we pay them 5% of whatever their referral purchases, because you never know
Mhm. Yeah.
what type of client they're gonna bring. But yeah, we have a referral program. It's nothing that we push too heavy on them. It's just something that they'll know in the back of their head when they find someone that's a good fit to join the program. Because even the people in the program have seen us bring in the wrong type of people
Mhm.
and have seen them struggling live, because it's all group coaching, right? And we've had, like, when we brought in the chief success officer, Cody, he
Mhm.
went and called everybody to get feedback. And that was like super key. And one of the things that people were saying were like, there's some people in this program that should just not be coaching. And I was like,
Oh,
damn, they're right.
Laura, but I'm a life coach, man. Come on, help me out
And
here.
that's like our niche, bro. But like, no, it's the toughest people we struggle with for sure are
Mhm.
the life coach, relationship coaches that just like they only are doing it because they have personal experience,
Mhm.
not because they've been able to actually get the result for someone else. So with them,
Mm.
we actually have to baby them. They're like,
Yeah.
they're not even at step one, they're at step zero. And it's a lot.
What do you tell them? Do you tell them, hey, you know what, we're not ready. Maybe you should go get some results first, then come back, or do you help them get those results? Like, how
Right.
does that
Yeah.
work?
We help them. So, like, with them, the crazy part is that every single one of them have lied to us. They're like, I have 10 testimonials
Yeah.
and blah, 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 blah. And then when they're in the program and it's time to get the testimonials posted on LinkedIn,
Hmm.
guess what?
Nothing.
There's no testimonials.
Thanks, mom. Appreciate you.
Bro.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we got to step into having those tough conversations
Hmm.
of like, I don't go ahead and like call them out or anything, but I say things like, how can we get video testimonials? Because that's what we need.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
we'll come up with a game plan together of how we're going to get those video testimonials.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 times,
Mhm.
it's not with their past clients because they
Mm.
don't exist.
Right. And I love the fact, I love, and it's true, but I love the fact how you're asking the questions so that they can come up with the answers for them to execute, as opposed to you
That's the
telling them,
key, dude.
yeah, as opposed to you telling them, hey, go do this. It's like, no, what do you think needs to happen in order for this to occur?
They want you to tell them, hey, go do this. But
Yeah.
guess what? When I tell them, hey, go do this, and they don't like it or it doesn't align, guess whose fault is it? It's mine. So
Yeah.
I've learned that to have a really successful group coaching program and to get people results, you have to be a really good teacher and trainer while at the same
Mm.
time being a good coach that can actually guide them to the outcome that they want.
Wow. Mind blown right there. That's the biggest takeaway right now. If anyone is listening and is a coach, I 100% agree on that. So, all right, Laura, now let's transition over to like the team, because it seems like there's a lot happening and you have a lot of people kind of doing different things. So, talk to me about your team. How's your team structured? How do you have your team set up so that this whole thing functions the way it is currently?
For sure. So there's a front end team and there's a back end team. The front end
Okay.
team is all the like sales department, client acquisition, marketing stuff. And then there's the back end team that does fulfillment. So specifically for this product, our back end team is Coral, which just focuses on like helping them with hiring and operations.
Mhm.
Cody with which helps them with mindset, accountability, and discipline. And then
Mhm.
me that helps them actually implement all the processes in the program. So it's just three people. Oh, and then there's Chriselle that does all the
Mhm.
tech support. So our LTV is higher because in the back end, we actually sell them our software. So we
Okay.
have a CRM called viralgrowthsales.com.
Mhm.
And it's essentially a white label version of Go High Level, but it's specifically tailored for coaches and consultants. So our support and all the videos that we have is specifically tailored for that kind of business model,
Mhm.
nothing else. So
Wow.
that's our like competitive edge.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, because then you have, do they pay monthly for that
Yeah, so
software?
it's
Okay.
$97 a month or $297 a month if you have a team.
I love that. So you have like the big high tickets kind of coming in, but then you also have the recurring revenue in the back end coming from that. That's pretty cool. And then also helps establish that relationship long term,
Yep,
you know? Awesome.
exactly. because they're
Okay.
building
So
all their funnels out with us. We're helping
right.
them with the email marketing campaigns. Like they're essentially taking everything that they learn in the program, and this is the tool that helps them actually implement it and roll it out.
That's awesome. Okay. So essentially, what, 4 or 5 people running this entire thing?
Yeah.
That is sick. Okay.
We're
Now,
bringing on more people because our goal is to really systematize the accountability and discipline and resell that to other people that have programs like me because they need it. Like, you
got
have no idea how many people in my own program are like, I can't get people to go through my course.
it. So talking about that, like, do you gamify your course, your program in any particular way, or do you recommend clients gamify their courses so that more people go through
I've
them? Or
heard great
what's your take
things
on that?
about gamification. We
Mhm.
don't actually do it because our LMS is actually on Go High Level. So
Okay.
there's no gamification component to that. What we do say though, and it's like policy as soon as you get onboarded, it's in your onboarding email, everything is you are not allowed to move forward until you submit the
Mhm.
fucking worksheets. And that you get a green light from someone on the team.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's as close as I get to gamification.
yeah. All right. So just so I can get some more clarification with the group coaching, right? Let's say you have someone sign up in January, but then the next person comes in July. Do they both get access to the same group coaching, or does that
Yeah,
rotate?
so
Like,
it's all
how does that work? Okay.
evergreen. There's
Okay.
no,
Okay.
yeah, it's
There's
all
no like
evergreen.
no cohorts kind of going together.
Nah,
It's all
there's
just one
no
thing.
cohorts because everybody
Yeah.
comes in at a different experience level, which we have gotten feedback from people that they
Yeah.
say they feel isolated and they feel like everybody's more advanced than them. And then I'm like, bro, why the fuck are you comparing yourself? Like, you're running your path, dude. Like, stop looking at other
Yeah.
people. That's not what winners do. And it's crazy. The people that claim to be mindset experts and stuff like
Hmm.
that are the people that struggle the most with mindset.
Mm. I find that to be true, honestly. Yeah, yeah. Some people that I've worked with before, I just had to be like, I can't do this no more because it was just constant roadblocks, roadblock after roadblock. Okay. So
Crazy.
now that we got through the team and pretty much overview, like let's talk about the actual tech. Like what tech are you using to actually facilitate all this? I know you mentioned your LMS already. Is that your main go-to, or are you also using like, I don't know, Kajabi, WordPress?
No,
What's
we
kind of your
use
tech stack?
all viral growth sales is our
Hmm.
full tech stack for
Yeah.
CRM. So like everything front end and back end is hosted on there. The other thing we use is Facebook groups. That's where we keep the community, and then Zoom.
So look at that, 3 pieces of tech to run essentially 150K a month offer here. That's incredible.
It's that simple.
And people out here like, oh, I gotta get this, I gotta get this, I gotta get that, and that's not really the case,
It's because
right?
they
So
want to
it's
overcomplicate it and they're
mhm,
self-sabotaging and they're just pushing things out because they're not ready to
yeah,
fucking put in the work. Why? I don't know. That's something they
mhm.
need to ask themselves.
Boom. That's module 1, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Wow, Laura. Well, look, I think that I mean, I've learned a lot already in terms of how you're structuring your course, everything from the actual offer, the conversion, the funnel, the ads, to even the tech and the team. And thank you so much for sharing all this wisdom and knowledge because I'm sure someone's going to walk away with this and be like, wow, I never thought about it like that. And let me actually simplify this down even further. So thank you so much. And now I'd like to give you the opportunity to just tell everyone who's listening in today, where can they go and find more about you? If they want to work with you, how can they do that?
Yeah, for sure. So if you guys want to work with us, go to viralgrowthmedia.com and click book a call somewhere on there. Or you can watch our complimentary training, which is essentially me breaking down how we build world-class education businesses. That's all we focus on. We're only in the info product space. Those are our people who we serve at the highest level possible and provide the most transformational results for. And if you just want to know more about me, listen to my content, look me up on Google, Laura Egocheaga. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, all your favorite platforms. You'll see my beautiful face
Check out her AI faces too. They're pretty sick. So they came out pretty good, I must say. I must say. All right, Laura, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. Hope you have the best day.
there. You as well, my man.
Thank you.